want me to do the recap? Are we having somebody else do the recap? How are we doing that? We can't just make Chris do it every time.
No, so
Unless
actually,
you could.
Chris has the perfect voice.
So here's what I think would be a fun idea. We do the recap, but the way we do the recap is one of our characters talking to Jana and telling her what we're about to do.
Oh yes, that's brilliant. Yes.
Because
I feel like that has to be Gleebek at that point.
We made this whole plan. We made this whole plan that she's not in on at all, and we have to run it by her.
This is going to be great because I get to start with the phrase, "Okay, Jana, don't be mad."
Oh no!
If we want to do that, I'm very down with it.
I'm so in. This is going to be great.
Okay.
Are we recording?
Which means this recap may or may not actually be accurate. Go with it.
Oh, here comes the hat.
Okay, so I am Gleebek, playing the character Ga'Leia Beq for this show. Hi, everybody. Okay, Jana, don't get mad. There are lots of things that happen. So, you were there when I cut through. No, you weren't. So I cut through the floor again, but I fixed it, so it's okay. And then, so it turns out that so there was that hut that it was really important that does not know that you are here, and they still don't know you were here, which is really good. Except there's somebody that needs something that was on the ship before we stole it, and now it's in space because of when we took the angry plant monster and pushed it into space. Which was really good. I'm super proud of us that we did that. And then, so we sort of adventured around town a little bit, and the Jedi, like the Jaybird, doesn't seem like a standard issue Jaybird. Like he seemed like he was pretty okay. And I know you say A-Job, but like I think he may not be. I'm just saying. Let me see. Oh, and so now we have to break into the hut's hangar and disable basically all of the ships. And fly away with one of those. Because I tried to fix this one, and it's going to be really hard to get all the parts that we need. And so it turns out that the inhibitor thing that was on there that made it slower was actually important. And it seemed like all it did was make the ship slower and not make it faster. And it moved a lot faster, but also one of the engines exploded. And so, yeah. So it's okay.
I love Gleebek just did the guy from Ant-Man. Just like...
Oh my god! Please.
So yeah, that's what's next.
Thanks, Gleebek.
So,
a lot to process.
You don't have any particular issue with us stealing from the Hutt clan, do you?
No, those dudes are assholes.
Okay, good.
The Hutts are the only people that Jana hates as much as Jedi.
Okay, well,
Let's go.
And this is my dog Jaya. She is a good girl.
Well,
oh, you named it? You
How
named
do
it?
you spell
I
that?
have named
Jaya.
Jaya.
Oh,
J-A-Y, nice.
I love it.
So the way a heist is going to work is because planning ahead and doing this whole scheme with players falls apart as soon as the players actually start making die rolls. So we circumvent that by just inserting flashbacks on the spot. At any point during this heist session, basically from when I say the heist has started until the heist has stopped, you can spend Benny to initiate a flashback. And then tell me why the seemingly impossible problem in front of you actually isn't. For example, let's say you guys are going up on the hangar and there's armed goons out front, and you know you would have to shoot it out with them. That would raise all the alarms and ruin things from the get-go. One of you says, flashback, and then I ask, okay, what was it? Oh, well, before this, I tracked down the guards that were going to be on shift, and then bribed them, intimidated them, whatever, did something to make it where they will ignore us or let us through. So that's not going to be an issue here.
Well, then now I'm torn because, like, if shit goes wrong, I really like having Bennies to be able to bullshit my way out.
I don't think anybody other than Chris has spent all of their Bennies in one session, though, and I really wish everybody would take after Chris's example.
I love how Chris is like, I've got 3 Bennies. I'm gonna use 3 Bennies.
That's what they're
Go
for.
crazy with the Bennies.
But I haven't. I haven't used all 3 in one session.
I
But what I
absolutely have used all of mine.
but what I have tried to do is at least one session use a Benny. Like
Yeah.
it's there, I gotta use it.
For sure.
You don't use it, you're wasting them.
Quick
Exactly.
question. Just in case I missed it, like, does it replenish? Like, do you get more? How do
Every
you get
session,
more?
you start with fresh bennies.
Oh.
You get 3 bennies at the
Why are
beginning
you
of every
not?
session.
Why are we not using it then?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Also, another thing is if you're in combat and somebody draws a Joker on the initiative, everybody gets a Benny.
Okay.
I keep forgetting they added that as a core rule. I'll
and
remember the new edition one of these days, but that's why we have Sean here. He actually knows stuff, and I just make it up. So, with that, the plan is break into the Hutt's hangar, disable all of their ships, and escape on your own. Or your newly acquired, which will then become your own. I assume that's how thievery works. Once you take off, you now own it. I think 9/10 of the starship is yours. It's something like that.
Rule number 3. If it is not narrowed down, it can be strategically taken to alternative locations. Rule number 4. If it is nailed down but can easily be pried up, then you pry it up and you have the nails too. Isn't that right, Jana? Am I remembering the rules correctly?
Yes, Gleebek.
So-
Exactly.
Somebody's got to write all these down for me. That's
It's just two. It's
We need
just
to
2
get, like-
rules.
there's an innumerable number of rules, and they keep.
We officially need a new rule every session.
I
I'll work
think
on it.
at this point I'm just saying yes to everything Gleebek asks me.
Yeah,
It's
turns out Jana
easier-
never actually
it's
made
easier
rules,
than
and
arguing.
Sean has
Cause
it.
yeah.
Wait a yes and.
So, the hangar for the Hutt crime lord Cheska is it's not like military secure, but it's your standard issue crime area, goons standing around at any of the entrances. It has a couple of patrols who actually look like they're more attentive and know what they're doing and are actually getting paid to pay attention rather than just stand there and look tough and intimidating. But you also get the feeling that this is the Hutt that runs crime in this city. Part of their defense is the fact that nobody would be crazy enough to cross Cheska the Hutt. That's just unheard of. But here you are, about to surprise them and prove them wrong. Or not. We'll see how it turns out. You have a small number of tasks that need to be accomplished. One, as previously mentioned by Gleebek, is you're going to need to disable the other ships in there to make sure that nobody can just pursue right after you, because that will complicate the whole escaping thing. Two,
No, I have a
you're
plan for
going
that.
to need to get codes in order to
Gleebek?
get...
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're going to need to get the proper transfer codes so you can fly out of here.
I have a plan for that too.
Okay, I was just waiting for Gleebek to say something. I knew he was going to talk to the voice in the sky. It was going to happen. That's the broad picture. Disable the pursuit, get the necessary codes to transmit to take off safely, and get the entire crew on board with it. And I understand that yes, this probably means we are splitting the party. It's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be.
No, this is fine. We can split the party. We did it last time and nobody exploded.
I think we ended the last session with the party splitting up. Xena, after waking up from her nap, ready to start a bar fight, and Gleebek
Yeah.
and the Jedi going to the hangar.
And like that, he's still the Jedi, by the way.
I recognize that he has a name, but given that it is a name that I don't want to use, I've elected not to use it.
The Jedi it is. I mean, as of last session, everybody now at least knows everybody's name, I think.
I mean, I've known everybody's name for a really long time. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you guys.
Gleebek, you don't count. You're talking to imaginary voices in the sky.
Doesn't everybody do that?
Not like you do.
No.
Let's go ahead and start with Gleebek and the Jedi, aka Vesper. Or that Vesper, aka the Jedi. I don't know, you pick. Love you, Sean. And let's start with you two, since we had your concrete plan that you were going to try to get into the hangar, I believe, through slightly more legitimate means, posing as mechanics, if I recall correctly.
That's definitely, yeah, that's a plan we had. We were going to do that.
Okay, that was
That's
a
why
very
Jenna always has me
convincing.
carry a clipboard. Because if you have like lots of grease stains on you, and a clipboard and a spanner, people let you in all kinds of places that they should.
Exactly. Just walk in like you know what you're doing.
Okay.
And
So
if they
rather
try
than
to slow you
utilizing the
down,
flashback mechanic, your plan is to just look very official and try to walk in.
Yes. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
we gotta do some stuff about your appearance though, because you super look like a jaybird.
I
You look like a not teen jaybird.
I put on my coveralls. Like I'm dressed like a mechanic. I was dressed like a mechanic when we went into town.
Oh, that's right. Forget about that. Okay. So yeah, alright, so I don't know if it makes more sense for me to hold the clipboard or for you to hold the clipboard.
I think that you can hold the clipboard and I will probably do most of the
You
talking.
hold the spanner.
Got it. Alright.
So the way this works, or at least the way that this has always historically worked, and like, I mean, I'm not trying to say that a success rate of 72 out of 72 is pretty good, but just don't screw this up for me, okay? Jen is already kind of mad about how I broke the ship again, even though we're going to leave it here. And so, like, I don't need you to be the reason that this goes. Okay? So,
A lot of pressure.
if they stop us, then it's my job to be like, look, we don't have time for this. Somebody that's more important than you is really pissed off at us. And so we are not afraid of you as we are afraid of them.
Got it.
And so then you just need to look like you are scared of some big scary person that's going to make it so that you don't get to eat tomorrow. Or like that you won't get to turn your light on in your bed,
right
at night, and so like that's just where I need you to be, okay?
Got it.
Good, okay.
All right.
Can you look less like a cop?
I don't understand. I'm just dressed as a normal mechanic.
Okay, we'll do this. It'll be fun.
I think it's the vibe. It's not the look, but like the air that the Jedi kind of like.
This is especially upsetting
emanates.
because the Jedi don't even. The Jedi think I don't belong there, and then you guys think that I don't belong here, and now I just feel sad.
No, Hylam gives off the whole like cop vibe too. Like he tries to pretend that he doesn't, but it's not his fault. Like he's just a nice person. Like some people just are. You know, you don't hold it against them for that.
So just
like they were born that way. They didn't have to be a nice person.
Nice people are cops. That's my
Most of the
takeaway
time.
here. It's a weird takeaway.
No comment.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll try and approach and just kind of walk up and BS our way through the doors.
Okay, well, approaching the hangars, there are two goons at the entry who are not necessarily the most observant, but also not completely assing off. As you approach, they look at the two of you, look at you, Vesper, and look down at Gleebek, look up at you, then down at Gleebek. They almost look at you again, then look down at Gleebek again. Don't recognize you.
Yeah,
You recognize him, though.
We're new hires. We were just brought on board to help fix the engines on the freighter that was just that pulled in.
Oh, you're new too?
Yeah.
All you humans look alike. No offense. Sorry.
They smell too when it rains.
I've noticed that. Yeah. Kind of salty, but
I'm right here.
It's kind of gross. No, it's okay. It's not
salty
personal.
vegetables.
It's just
yeah.
right.
In any case, can we pass? We gotta go fix this ship and get her running again.
Give me a persuasion diplomacy.
Yeah.
I will remember this
God.
skills in Savage Worlds one of these days.
Persuasion, the one that I that's
Charisma-based skill that involves lying to people.
the one I'm.
That is
I'm
not
good
something
at.
that I should be doing.
Fortunately, I didn't ask for one of you in particular, just that one of you do so.
Yeah.
There I am. Okay. Oh, I did actually take some ranks in persuasion, or take a thing in persuasion. No god. Okay. I'm gonna spend a thing.
Here we go.
Yeah, off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. That's a 4.
Nah.
Barely. All right. I don't have you on the duty roster, but you know, I'm not sure I'm on the duty roster for being on.
You know how these things are. They only update them like every, couple of cycles, and sometimes there'll be.
We were informed that it was no longer our day off 30 minutes ago. I really just want to get this done so I can have lunch.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Oh. Lockmaster's probably off playing Sabbath again and drinking off his losses. Yeah. Yeah, going in. Don't make a mess.
Thank you very, yeah, got it. Thank you.
No, yeah, come on, lunch.
See you, shortstop. See you, human. He sniffs the air as you walk by. See how the smell? He says to the other guy that he's on guard with. It's the last thing you hear as you enter the hangar bay.
I don't actually think that could have gone any better.
I mean, that was a lot bumpier than it normally goes. Like, most of the time when it's just we just sort of roll it right in and nobody even notices that.
Sorry for being tall.
That's okay. You didn't have to be tall. It's not your fault.
But as you enter, you see 5 ships. 5. Count them. Or don't. I guess it's not too hard to count 5. There are, oddly, 2 Republic high beam fighters parked in here. There is a ship you don't recognize, but you're guessing it's a hut design of some sort. Looks transporty. There's a Nihil ship in here. As well as what is very obviously, like any good Hutt crime boss, a yacht.
Yeah, would I recognize the Nile ship?
Yeah, they're distinct.
That's
it is
that
architecture not found anywhere else in the Republic.
That might be a problem. I didn't think we were gonna have to tangle with the Nile.
No, it's okay. Their hyperdrive stuff is like on the outside, so it's way easier to break.
Who hurt you?
Right?
See, it's parked here like it belongs.
Do you know how long it's been since somebody hit me with a stick when I did something wrong? Like, this is really great. I get to see the sunshine. Like, the sky is so kind of disturbingly big. I don't understand how you guys walk around all the time without wearing helmets. I'm worried it's far down. But, yeah.
Alright, let's start breaking stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess our goal would be to pick out... we're probably going to go with the transport-looking one, because that's going to fit all of us.
And anything other than the long beams would be able to fit all of you. But.
Yeah. I'm not trying to take the Nile ship. I don't want that kind of smoke.
Okay, so I feel like taking this ship would be a super bad idea. Like, it's probably booby-trapped just because I don't understand what it's like to go to their room without having to disarm an explosive. And I used to live like that, and that's, like, super stressful, so I don't want to mess with their stuff. We're just going to make it so they can't fly after us. And now, like, I know Janet's going to be really mad that we didn't take the yacht, so it's super important that we don't tell her that we didn't take the yacht. Like, if she knows that was an option, then she'll get upset. And, like, when she gets upset, I still get the oops. But, yeah, so.
Okay.
I got nothing. I just like I riffed until I could riff no more.
Right. What?
You rift too close to the sun.
Did. My wings melted.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So just start breaking stuff. Do I know if the palace has any kind of like anti-spacecraft, anti-aircraft like weaponry?
It's probably got something.
Turrets.
Probably not. Given the size of the city, it's smallish. Chances are it doesn't have like a dedicated battery, but it's probably got something that could give you problems as long as you're in atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and disable any kind of anti-aircraft weapons that could cause us problems as we make our egress.
Well, those wouldn't be right here, but that would start falling into flashback territory. But that might happen in the event that they come up. Which, in that case, we're going to switch to the other three of you: Halem, Xena, and Jana, played by Jana. Do they both have two ends, or like is the other one with one end, just to differentiate the two of you,
That's a good idea. Let's
or like
keep
three
the-
ends?
Ooh, yeah, let's do 3 ends for my character.
Y'all,
Nice.
I already made
wow.
I already made the overlay with the two ends.
We're
I
gonna
can't
change
just
the number of ends every time.
hold on. Let me just see if I can just change it on the fly.
Stop. We'll stick with what we got for now. We'll apologize for the cultural insensitivity towards cuts later and correct it next time.
All right.
I mean, it's funnier if we're like halfway through the show and then all of a sudden it changes. Like that's
yeah,
like
it'll just keep changing every time. The ends
Yeah.
disappear and appear.
Yeah. Anyway, to Halen, Xena, and Jana, whether the three of you are moving together or not, what is your approach for this little caper? Given what you know about what you have to accomplish and the fact that, in theory, you're all eventually meeting up at a ship. I don't know if that's the plan. That's just what I'm assuming, and I'm not the rest of you.
So you mentioned something about an option would be preventing the huts that are in that area from communicating that we're trying to do something sketchy.
Yep.
I kind of want to explore that option by, I don't know, breaking something.
Okay. With a basic knowledge of things, you know that they would probably have a comm tower, obviously, for longer range communications, anything with ships. Short range, chances are, as organized as Hut crime is, and you in particular know this, that most of Hut space doesn't have anything resembling a police force because everything is locally controlled by whichever is the most powerful Hut crime family in the area. So they don't need cops or anything like that, but they're still going to sort of keep the peace in a similar sort of way. And they're probably going to have their own communication channels, things that are encrypted so they can do their business. So chances are, if there's something locally that is either being used to sort communications, or they have short range communication that might be able to be jammed, that is probably also encrypted. So, roughly speaking, disrupt communications by jamming it, i.e., add a lot of radio noise, hack or overcome the encryption they use to get into it and cause very direct problems, or find the source and make it not work.
Okay. I mean, would it be. Do we need the jamming or the disruption like the whole time, or like at a specific point of a heist, right? Like we don't want to like alarm anybody too much, so like we should try, if we're gonna try and do something like that, we should try and do it to where we only using the disruption at the very important time. Maybe as we're taking off, I don't know.
Nice. So a on-command ability to disrupt communications at a key moment. Nice. As we are in a heist scenario, you can do this the old-fashioned way, or you can flashback to tell me how it was done by spending a penny.
Okay. I would like to spend a Benny, but I could probably use some help, like crafting this flashback.
Okay. Well, given that communication is going to go through some sort of central structure, they're going to have their own frequency and their own encryption. You would need somebody that is familiar with their, well, basically what they're using. So we'll call this a two-stage process. You would need to track down somebody with access to that, and then you would need to track down, or then you would need to set up a way to interrupt it. So we could call this a two-Benny process. You guys could split that up amongst the group if you want. Keep in mind also that Gleebek and Vesper, even though you are in the hangar right now, you could be anywhere in the past when it comes to a flashback. But
It seems like our gadget people may have been able to craft an item that could be brought to, to this whatever.
So, to put this in game terms, basically, you could do the good old-fashioned, I'm going to gather information and research the area to try to find out who's would have that sort of access to their communication stuff, or you could spend a Benny to basically say how you track that person down. Anybody could spend a Benny.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do we have any kind of like little communication device where we can like talk to each other, or are we all just like
sure.
we're on
you
our
guys
own?
have comms between each other. I'm
Okay.
just assuming that.
Cause like since I am Hut and I am more familiar with this type of like group, right? Would it be possible that I know at least like one person, one Hut in there that I can like, hey, just call it in a favor, bro. Remember that one time? And see if I can. I can with a Benny. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's creating a contact.
What's the name of this old friend? I mean, it's a Hut name, so probably just like throw some random sounds together.
Just give me.
Yeah.
Schlorp.
How about your old friend Bobsa? Bobsa's a Hut.
Bobsa the Hut.
Bobsa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just assume all
Bobsa's
Huts have
good.
the last name the Hut, by the way.
Right.
I think that's like a clan name or something. I don't know how this works. So, your old friend. Friend is a strong word, but we'll say friend for legal purposes. Bob, so they've been working for the Cheska Hut family for a while now, and you know that you will be able to find them early morning playing a low stakes game of Sabak to start their day. It's just how they like to begin the day. Get the gambling over with early so they can go on to doing the certain things later. A bit more techy than is common for a Hut, but they do it well.
Are they the person that the guy out front was talking about? Said that he's probably playing Sabak and drinking his losses away?
It might be now. Yep, it is now. That's Bobsa. That's well known. Drinking away their losses on low stakes Sabak, which says a lot about the economic inequality of this planet.
Did you guys know that in Huttles, the word friend translated into basic is actually family member that is not actively trying to kill me, or family member that I am not actively trying to kill? Now you know.
That tracks.
The more you know. So, Jonah, you know where they'll be able to be found. Now you would just need to convince them to help.
Okay.
You or friends, companions, etc.
So Gleebek is with me as I go through this flashback.
Okay.
And
I can do that.
Yes.
That sounds like my job.
Yes. And we go and see Babsa? Is that what it is? Babsa.
Yep.
And Gleebek and I enter the place, and I go.
You step into, or in your case, I guess, slide into
Slide
dingy
into
bar. It's designed for a Hut clientele, meaning tall ceilings, tall tables. Everything's just a little bit bigger, leaving Gleebek comically undersized for this place. He can go under most of the tables, stretching his hands straight up and barely brushing the top of them.
Gleebek.
I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty great.
Okay,
If you
Gleebek,
ride your BB, you can touch them much easier. But
Alright,
you
Gleebek.
recognize your friend. You can.
This is, as we slide in, this is worth a Benny to me. The place needs to be called the DMs.
Slide into the DMs.
He had the DMs. As we slide in the DM. As Jonna and Gleebek slide in the DM.
As Jonna and Gleebek slide into the DMs. And then I go wash myself of this hate that has been placed upon me against my will.
So that Jonna can speak privately with Bobsa.
Yep.
So Jonna scans the room. Gleebek is just being Gleebek. And I spot Bobsa. And Bobsa looks up and we connect eyes. And he knows exactly why Gleebek and I are there. We came to collect a favor.
As Bobsa looks up from the Saba table, not having been trying to spot anything, they just happen to have glanced up at the right moment. They see you, and they see you looking at them. And they notice just like the goggles poking up just barely above the line of sight next to you. And eyes go wide for a second. And they forfeit their game of Sabak. As is befitting of any clandestine meeting, as much as clandestine can happen between two gigantic, ripped-as-hell slug people, a dark corner in a seedy tavern, that's where all these things happen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This whole place is made of dark corners. It's a hut special.
It's the DMs at 2 a.m.
Yeah, that too. The DMs at 2 a.m. is always
In the dark,
a dark place.
Yeah.
Jonna.
So Jonna and Gleebek, we go to the corner, the darkest corner we could find. Bobsa knows to follow us without me saying anything, without Jonna saying a word. Bobsa follows me and Gleebek to the shadiest corner of the DM. And I turn in a low voice, almost a whisper. Bobsa, you know why I'm here. Remember what my little friend did for you when you were stuck in that little pickle?
We don't need to. Not loud enough here. I thought you weren't coming back to Nalhada.
Found a job. We gotta do something, and I just need a little piece of information. And I'll consider, and you will never see us again. I'll consider this debt paid.
So, all we need is the cipher for the hut communication network on world. Just, just that.
No big.
What do you say, Bobsa?
I mean,
We just need
if
you to. You don't have to say.
You did me a solid, and that's appreciated. But that's not. You know how many different kinds of dead I and everyone I've ever met would be if they found out I did something like that?
that's why we're not gonna tell anybody it was you.
Yeah, you're never gonna see us again. Nobody will know of this encounter.
Although if they see
Oh,
us,
I know you got it from me. I'm never gonna see anybody again, and nobody will ever see me again. So, this is when diplomacy would come into play, because you have used the Benny to track down a contact. But that is a big ask.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can diplomatize or get creative.
I will use diplomacy then.
That'll be persuasion.
Okay. Did that work?
There we go.
That's a 4.
It did.
4.
Yep.
Success! Yay! Good job.
Heck yeah.
I'll help you out. And after this, we never see each other again.
That's the plan.
You're never gonna see us again.
Is there somebody that is causing issues for you at the moment that we need to make it look like they were the ones that gave us to us instead of you?
Yeah?
When you put it that way,
Let's make this interesting.
he points across the way. You see the Rhodian over there? The one that I was playing with when he first came in?
Mm-hmm.
He keeps going double or nothing. He's the only person worth a damn here. Not that great. That I can get a game with in the morning. I'll get you his code, and you can use it.
It would be a shame if every hat in the sector were to find out that he is the reason that the cipher was compromised. Oh no!
Perfect. So what do you say? Is this a deal? Do we have a deal?
It's a deal. I'll get the information to you. Assuming you let them know where to send the information to.
Oh!
And I'll get you that, keep in mind, anything you do over the comm network, once they catch on, they'll scramble, they'll change channels, they'll recode. Won't give you much time, whatever it is you're doing, and I don't want to know what you're doing. But it'll buy you a few minutes, maybe. Whatever it is you're doing.
I think that's more than enough that we need.
I can absolutely make that work. That's way easier than the explosion I originally suggested. This is great. You're right,
And
Tanner.
Halem and Xena, in this little scenario, what are you planning on doing?
We're going to the bar to start an altercation.
I don't remember why there was a bar fight as part of this. I just remember you were planning on starting a bar fight, and at this point, I don't know if it has a reason other than you want to start a bar fight.
It was
I have a
distracting
reason.
Security.
Exactly.
It was
Among
to draw
other
security.
things. Among other things.
Among other
We're going to
things.
test out the Charhound.
Oh, well, maybe. So,
Oh no, the bar's on fire. Oh no.
Can you set the scene of what this bar we're walking into is like?
Well, I'm just going to ask, were you going to a nicer bar or a not so nice bar?
The bar where the disgruntled hut employees would be. Employees both in quotations and also not in quotations.
Well, there are two possibilities for this.
Mm-hmm.
You can make some die rolls to see if you can find out where the disgruntled HUD employees are. Because keep in mind, these people would not say that sort of thing out loud if they want to continue being employed and living.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can spend a Benny to set the scene for me.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
What the for? Make it rain.
All right.
We need a salt bay with Bennies. And then it'll put Chris's face over it.
Yep. So, in this bar, you have a range of HUD employees from, some bounty hunters, Gamorrean guards, and just your local clientele, including that one guy. I can't remember his name, but the one guy we met when we landed, who we said we had to meet.
Bashko.
Yes, him. So we
Right hand, evidently.
yes, so we found that bar. I'm going to ask Xena, can she use her illusion magic to create like bags of coins or credits, I should say credits, to make someone think that we're giving them credits.
I think I can do that.
Okay, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to get these people drunk so that when we make our escape, they're not in a position to fly the ships after us, even if they could fly them. And then, once they're drunk enough, we're also going to start a fight. A big one.
Okay.
I don't know, you seemed interested in starting a bar fight. I just thought you'd be more excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, or we could just, like, no, never mind.
Hey, you got an idea, I'm all ears.
I'm just suggesting, you know, there's a lot of alcohol in this bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we do have a new nice little friend here that can do some things. If it goes down badly.
Oh no, that's the big finale.
Ah. See? I like the way you think.
Yeah. Alright. So we're going to walk into the bar. And I'm gonna need you to create a big bag of coins. I don't know if that's a roll on the GM.
How does your Night Sister... Because I know your Night Sister magic is different than other Force stuff.
Yeah, let
don't
me...
actually... I will let you tell me if that's possible. I will take your word for it.
Okay, so I have... It's called Illusion. Illusion can be used to create a visual scene or replica of most anything the caster can imagine, but it is silent, intangible, and incapable of affecting the real world. For example, illusionary weapons pass through foes, one cannot sit in an illusionary chair, and an illusionary dog has no audible bark. But if I'm...
Illusionary coins won't jingle.
But I can give her real coins and she can just make it look a lot bigger.
Yeah?
Or credits.
Put a 50 on the outside of a roll of ones.
Yes.
I like the chance for that to either work or go horribly wrong, so we will definitely allow you to try.
That is going to accelerate the bar fight one way or another.
One way or another, and they're both great for me. I mean, plot. They're both great for plot.
This is the big die. I want to roll the big die, and then you just have to justify to the DM why they think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Now, if it sounds more amusing than anything else, I will let you roll for just about anything. So,
a 5.
I'm going to call this a two-parter. There's the coin, but then there's also the convincing.
Okay.
But as you head into the bar, and as Halem said, jingle jingle. That is a very large-looking bag of untraceable credits, it seems, right there. As the bartender looks at you, knowing that nobody jingles a bag of money unless they're trying to get some dramatic attention, and just gives you that say your piece sort of look.
My friend and I have just come off of a big score, and I want to buy the next few rounds for me and all of my friends here. Give me a glass.
Leans over the bar counter, looks at you. Your friends here?
I have friends
I've seen you
everywhere.
here before.
Well, then you just haven't been coming to the right parties.
Yeah, no offense, but you kind of look like a little bit of a loser.
Give me an intimidate.
Intimidate for me.
I want one from Xena. I want it intimidate.
Amazing.
That was great.
7.
Okay, that'll.
This is why I bring her.
He grabs the bag out of your hand, so annoyed that he doesn't even notice that his hands are not touching a significant portion of what's there, and just stashes it behind the counter. There's nothing that happens that's worth going to that I'm not part of. And he just signals for what minimal wait staff is here to just drop rounds. And
Escalate it. Make him pay for it instead of you.
No, see.
It really is.
Hold on. I put my hand on her shoulder. Like, my friend, no need to be angry. Buy some rounds with us.
You're
Oh, yeah,
telling
that's a
the
great idea.
bartender to buy some rounds.
So
Yes.
do people think he's cool?
I mean,
You
do
said-
you want to make friends?
You said
just
you
bought all
you-
the rounds.
This is how
But-
you make friends.
you've missed out on the party. So I know you got some more back there. I'll even help you go get it.
I don't need.
It's all right, man. Just all you got to do is try a little tender.
Oh, this is fantastic.
He storms off to the back, grumbling something. You're not even sure what exactly, but somewhere between insulted, self-deprecating, and probably right. And who does he think he is talking to me like that? So what if I'm not invited to the parties? And it sounds like if he makes it through tonight, he's gonna need some therapy. But
It's Star Wars. We all
Yeah.
need therapy.
yeah, basically, yeah. Drinks are already flowing due to the greatly inflated bag of credits that was handed over, and he comes out with something. It looks old and fancy in an actual wooden barrel. And I guess we're turning this into the place to be tonight. And he just starts pouring shots from it and handing them out.
See, and this is why you're going to get invited to the parties from now on. Look how generous you're being.
You paid for it already anyway. Bag that large. You're not getting any of that back. No change. No refunds.
You know, that's not trying tenderness, but you know, it's all right. Just, you know, have one on me.
It is
Soothe-
alright. We tip our service workers here.
Soothe the nerves.
So, as things are progressing, the party is picking up because you have essentially just started a party. And the bartender, who is annoyed enough that they're both giving you attention while not paying attention to you. In between the two of you, somebody just sort of shoulders in as Bashto. Funny we should meet here.
Funny how? Funny haha, or like funny my dad is dead?
Oh, definitely closer to the second, though if he is, my condolences.
I don't have
But-
a dad.
The jig is up, y'all.
I find it a little suspicious that with, debatably past due, debatably impending timing, you have a delivery Cheska is waiting on? And you're in a bar known to be frequented by a lot of his workers. And you are paying out. Quite a sum. I don't know what's in that crate, but... barrel. Sorry, barrel. I don't know what's in that thing, but I'm sure it's expensive. Probably disgusting as well, but undoubtedly expensive. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were up to something.
Well, everyone at some point is up to something. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting around.
Not wrong.
People say that a lot. They act surprised every time.
Semantics, though, aside, because I'm not generously paid by Chaska to accept semantics.
You should ask for a raise.
Yeah, it sounds like you're underappreciated.
You have no idea how much I'm making. In fact, this place is quite beneath me. I just thought, you know what? I'll see what's going on, mostly because of that whole dispensing employees thing, so I thought I'd take a look, and then lo and behold, you're here, like a twist of fate. What do the Jaybirds say? Something, I don't know, it's something about the Force.
Why would you we're up here having a good time, having a party, why would you bring them up? They don't know how to party, they kill parties.
Where are Chaska's goods?
I don't work for Chaska. I just got on that ship. You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm just here to drink and party.
Yep. What was your name again? Why is he important?
Boshto.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna remember that.
Because I work for Chaska, and the ship you got off of, being quite familiar with the crew, acting as if it was your ship, was carrying goods being smuggled for Chaska for a follow-on job.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen that ship for maybe all of about a day. Some crazy man was chasing us and tried to blow me up, blow us all up. So I was trying to get out of that situation. I understand, you as a man of business would understand when a deal is about to go wrong and to pull out of negotiations, if you will.
So you're saying you are just a passenger?
That is correct.
On a smuggling ship?
That is correct.
Which had all of its crew mysteriously disappear to the point where the captain of that ship that we hired on with has been replaced by the short thing with the furry ears.
Hey, I was trying to get out of the situation. I tossed some credits, blew me out.
I can accept that. My boss isn't likely to, because if you were on that ship, and there's so few of you, that means we have what one could call a group, a posse, who are in some way related to why those goods are not yet in his possession. Are the goods on the ship?
There were crates on the ship.
I'm sure there were many crates. The thing about smuggling is usually there are lots of crates with legitimate things and then fewer numbers of crates with illegitimate things. Let me simplify this for you. Was there a crate of Mandalorian armor and weapons?
That implies that I went looking in said crates, which was not my business.
Give me...
It's still on his wrist.
It's hidden.
Yeah, he did specify he hid it.
Okay.
Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
It's way
This
funny.
heist is going off the rails, I might add. We have gone from heist into who knows what, but that's fine. Time is a non-linear entity or something, I don't know.
I got a 4. I don't know if I need to spend a Benny or not.
4 is a success.
He looks like he might be doubting the veracity of your statement. That is my way of saying, yes, that was a failure because this is an opposed check.
Gotcha.
Huh?
Alright. I am going to use a Benny then. What do I need to succeed?
That is the shitty part with opposed rolls. You don't necessarily know, but in this case, I'll tell you it's a 6 because secrets are no fun. They don't make friends.
Okay, all right. Let's try this again. Wow, that went even worse.
That's
You got, you have one Benny left or no Bennies left?
I have one Benny left.
Your call after rolling a 2 on your second roll.
Well, if it doesn't work, there's something else that I want to do in response. So if
we're setting the building on fire anyway.
We're just moving up the timetable at this point.
Yeah, it looks like Bosto is going to press X to doubt.
Okay.
Good
I mean, the dude's talking about making a whole lot of money for not buying anybody any drink. Just now.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna press X to that. Okay. All right. So I am going to get everyone's attention at the bar, and I'm going to say, my friends, our good pal Bashto here, who has talked at length about how much money he makes from our boss, is going to buy us all drinks, and he's going to use it to flaunt his wealth, so we can either enjoy it or maybe find out how much he's got.
You're trying to encourage the rabble to mug him.
Peer pressure.
Do you hear the people sing?
That is on brand for Halem. All right.
He said that's the sound of the proletariat rising, baby. We have nothing to lose but our chains.
I am going to say that we are now in a skill challenge in the middle of a heist.
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah, because why not?
I don't know what that means.
So a skill
We're just
challenge,
rolling dice, it's fine.
you have to have a certain number of successes before you have a certain number of failures. It is basically dueling bands between you and Xena, and Boshto, trying to talk down the crowd. Can you rabble-rouse the crowd before he can rabble-unrouse the crowd?
I don't mean to backseat GM, but I believe the term is dramatic tasks in Savage Worlds.
Yes, because skill challenge would be 4th edition D&D. So,
same thing, different terminology.
And backseat GMing is literally why you're here. We've established you remember the rules better than I do. I am just telling the story. You are technically running the game.
I chose the team well. That's all. Just all I'm gonna say. I chose the team well.
So, give me a persuasion check once again, unless you can justify some other skill check to me. I will accept other skills if you've got a creative or amusing reason. I will also accept Xena because Xena is there to do whatever they are doing, whether that is assisting or, I don't know, pulling out your lightsaber and saying, screw this guy. Or maybe somewhere in between the two. You do you.
Has Xena pulled out her lightsaber yet?
No, I don't think anybody knows she has one.
I know
other
she
than
has
me, because
one.
I've been metagaming the whole
Yeah,
time.
Halem picked up on it.
Yeah, I know
North.
Only because you
It is right
knows
here,
what it
though.
looks like, too.
If you want to look at what it looks like, it's so pretty.
It is very pretty. Probably like my second favorite.
What are you thinking? Should I try to persuasion roll and break my bad luck? Considering it's a D8.
Yeah, my persuasion's not very good.
All right, we're gonna try it. I have a plan for that last Benny, but we're gonna try it.
Xena, are you doing anything while Halem is enacting his master plan of trying to get a bunch of drunk local blue-collar workers to riot?
What could go wrong?
No. I'm just leaning up against the bar.
Okay. In classic Xena fashion, I would just like to see how this plays out.
Exactly.
I will react if it threatens my life.
I can't.
Can I also add that Jaya is parked right next to Xena?
I want to give her head a
you.
scratch. I would like to scratch her head.
That's
while I
reasonable.
sit
Boop the snoot. Boop the snoot.
Yes.
Always boots the snoot. But yes. Yes, you
Okay.
may.
All right.
A giant guitar hound is sitting there panting happily from some head scritches from Xena.
All right. Now I will roll. Did it work? Got a 7. I'll take it.
You got a 7. All right.
At some point, Xena needs to use the phrase, "Why do you look poor?"
As you, what's up, Sean?
I was gonna say, so just for clarity for anybody who, the way a dramatic task works is there's a certain number of successes you need to reach before a certain number of failures occur. So basically, it's like kind of a race against like the clock on that.
Yeah. Can you succeed more than you suck?
Right.
Up to a certain
Okay.
point, basically. Yep. And that is the first. I'm saying you need 3. You
Okay.
have, like any good story arc, you have a beginning, you have the rising action, and then you have the climax. You have gotten the attention of the bar. Your words were enough to highlight the disparity between the groups and the fact that Boschko is not somewhere he normally is. He is the odd man out here. As well dressed, though you might also add as well armed as he is not in fitting with everyone else here. That could very quickly go to scare off anybody from doing what you said. That could also fuel, well, the flames of revolution.
Can I say more words?
If you want to make another skill check to go along with them.
Oh, okay. No.
You can always say more words.
I mean,
was
this
just-
is a good skill for you to lean on for this sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're rolling a D8, like that's
Yeah.
He came here to show you that he was better than you. He doesn't come here. He doesn't hang out with us. He's just here purely to flaunt his wealth. And he came here because he heard that people were disgruntled and he wanted to snitch to the boss. Now that doesn't sound right.
Are you actually doing that?
I hope yes.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Xena, I would like you to roll to assist. Halem, I would like another persuasion. And because you said the magic word I was waiting for, I would like you to also roll that with a +1 as is, on top of whatever bonuses Xena gives you.
woohoo.
Am I rolling persuasion too? What am I rolling? How do I?
Persuasion, probably. Or intimidate, or whatever you can sell me on, really. If you can justify it, I will allow it, but I'm going to default to persuasion. I also like how now this session has turned into, okay, we did a thing in a hangar, and now an hour of bar fight.
Good.
I apologize profusely, but at the same time, you guys could
We
literally
go
think that
where
you show up.
where the interesting stuff is.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. Anybody could always say, like, to Benny to happen to have been walking by right now. Or
I've thought
not.
about it twice already, but like I've already been in two of the
Yeah.
actions. I would feel guilty about being in 3.
We'll
I
see.
assume that's just the ADHD really wanting to be there doing something, though.
All right.
Well, and like, I mean, Gleebek could inconveniently place an electrical charge for a different task that then goes off.
Anyway,
So I'll just. I feel like this is more persuasion, so I'll just roll it.
Okay.
Yes.
13.
13.
Yes.
And might I add, that is with your -2 penalty. So that is a +3 to your roll in total, Halem.
+3. Okay. Add.
So, and that's +4 with the additional +1 because you used the word snitch, which is all I was waiting for.
So basically, you're rolling to see how many successes you get because you're gonna get at least
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so I'm doing adding a total of +4.
Yeah, so you are already guaranteed 1 success at a minimum.
All right, we rolling.
Are they hating?
11.
So that's 2 more successes.
Yep, and that is 2 successes. Which, given the way skill challenges work, you needed 3 successes, which each raise also counts as a success.
Mhm.
So since you did that with a raise, that puts you up to 3. As somebody inarticulately.
Wait, can I say more words? One
yeah,
more time.
absolutely. Go for it. Own the scene. It's your scene.
We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, led astray. We didn't land on Now
regret
Hutta.
giving you the right to speak.
Now Hutta landed on us.
It's amazing.
What do you said?
Somebody yells "snitches get stitches" as a bottle is chucked at Boschto. And you see, for a brief moment, he considers pulling out the blasters at his side. However, he would have to shoot down an entire bar. He tries to run. You are the only people sober enough to do anything about that, mind you, so it's a question of whether or not you're letting him.
My first instinct would be like, Xena, do you want to handle it, or do I need to call in Jaya?
What is he wearing?
Just kind of tunic, pants, very finely made, but nothing overtly, something designed more for mobility, but also to look important, as well as holsters at his side, a heavy blaster in each.
Okay. If I'm gonna do a saber reveal, I would like to do it not to hurt him, but just to mess up his clothes.
I'm gonna scare him a
Going
little.
to Zoro him with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
an
I do.
X.
And it works because, you know, well, yeah, X.
Give me a fighting roll.
This is so on brand for Xena. This is wonderful.
The great thing is, if she messes up, is actually when she hurts him. Which would be hilariously messy.
I don't have fighting.
You don't have fighting.
How?
What?
Oh no. Should I?
I mean, only if you wanted to use a lightsaber for combat.
Oh. Is it in a place other than traits?
It should be in skills.
Yeah, it'll be in skills. They should be under faith.
Wait.
Huh? Nope. Xena did not take fighting.
So
Thought you wanted to do something different instead.
so that'll be an unskilled roll, and then hopefully we'll advance soon, and then you can add some fighting skills.
Oh, also, I could rename faith to force, so I did it.
Oh, nice.
Also,
Okay.
Also, we should advance soon.
Instead, I will still pull my lightsaber out. And
You can
I'll
intimidate.
throw it. I'll throw it to Halem, and he can do it. But he has two, and that makes it cooler.
This is great. Do that. And then
No, but this
Chris
is-
has a reveal. Chris, this is great. Yes, do that. Chris has a reveal. This is gonna be awesome. Do it. Do it.
Hold on
Alright.
Hold on 1 second.
So I'll see him start to run, and I'm gonna reach into my hood, cloak. I don't know. I have a holster, and I'll be like, "Hey!" at Halem, and just toss it over.
There's one A.
Yeah.
This.
As Halem catches the blade and then tosses it back and pulls out a second saber after evidently not needing a third.
No, I catch it in my mouth like Roran or Zoro. Now I've had 3. Exactly. See, Alan gets it.
Okay.
Do I do an intimidate roll,
I
or is
don't
that
even
enough?
know what you guys are doing. I'm waiting for you to tell me what's happening at this point.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't planning on showing off the lightsabers other than to just show them off.
And at this point, we can do it
I don't know, are you
the hard
intimidating?
way.
Are you trying to cut his legs off or what? You guys tell me. This is your scene. I just tell you what happens after you do stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna say Jaya pounce. Because he's running out towards the door, and that's right in the path of Jaya. And so
That's
then,
right in between you two. You are correct. So yeah. Fighting roll then for your Charhound.
so it's a D6, same as mine. So
Yep. And I don't think it gets the wild die, but I actually don't remember. Sean, do you know?
No, it's not.
Okay, I didn't. I know normally extras don't, but I didn't know if specifically being an animal companion changed that. No, that's right, because there's an edge to do that.
So, what do I do?
So you're gonna
roll a
roll a
D6?
D6 and try and get above
Okay.
4. You don't get the wild die, so it's just the regular D6.
Nope, doesn't do it.
Jaya pounces, trying to intercept Boshto, but comes up a little bit short, having been distracted by the head scritches from Xena, and then upon Xena stopping to pull out the lightsaber, was too busy looking at her indignantly at the lack of head scratching, and was a little slow on the uptake of the pounce that guy.
It's fine.
Think this
We'll
might
work
be
on
an
it.
initiative situation. This feels like an initiative situation.
If we're doing a fight, could we say, and I could spend a Benny for this, could we say that
I'm
Gleebek...
spending a Benny. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, because Gleebek and I are coming back from having disabled all of the ships to get them and let them know, and then they roll up to this party.
The problem with Heist is I have no idea what the time frame on any of this is. So I
Time
think
is
spending the
time is
Benny
wherever
literally
you
just
want it to be.
Yeah, spending the Benny I think is just determining that it's in the time frame that works. That also means I would let you spend a Benny to have all three of you that are not here show up.
Yeah. Is that one Benny or is that one apiece?
One Benny for all three of you.
I'll spend it.
Okay, I've got 4, so let me
Okay.
spend it, and then I'll get. And I can do it on this sheet, but I can't do it on the Foundry sheet. Daggum. Okay, alright.
I'm missing a Halo.
Oh, there we go.
Where did Halen's character go?
I'm right next to Gleebek on the thing.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Wait, where'd Xena go? Oh, Xena and Halen were in the same spot. That's why. Okay.
I'm also unskilled in fighting. This is going to be great.
All right. Well, as having been headed back towards the bar, Jonna, Vesper, and Gleebek, a lot of you were really just looking to go grab a drink after your sabotage. When you hear a raucous commotion coming from the out-of-the-way dive bar that seemed like a safe place to lay low for a while, as you recognize the second in command of Cheska, Boshto, beginning to run away, or at least back away cautiously. Glancing in, you can also see it seems he's backing away from a unruly crowd and Xena and Halen. And Jaya, the Charhound, it looks like just in time to see the Charhound lunge at him. Well, Vesper, acting on the Ace of Clubs, you are the first to react. What do you do?
Yeah, so in that case, I guess it's probably not going to go straight to Lightsaber since, Halen's leading the proletariat. So do we feel like Boshto's probably going to come after us?
As you are deliberating over the situation, Boshto tries to run past you. I'm going to consider you to be on hold now, as Boshto backs away and just starts trying to book it past a lot of you.
I'm going to whop him. I'm gonna get him.
Okay. As well, are there still attacks of opportunity in this edition? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Probably,
so.
maybe, but we're not really using like grid stuff, so
Yeah. He still have to run past you. I would say that you can definitely do
fighting.
one, and then like Xena, or not Xena, sorry, Jonna or Gleebek could try to do something since they haven't acted yet, but they're kind of in the way.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 for fighting. Wasn't that a band?
It also happens in hockey.
Sounds
When
like
you
a
are
band, like a boy band.
No, I think it was like a piano rock thing in the 90s. I could be wrong. I'll have to Google that later.
5-minute
5 for Fighting
major.
absolutely was a band. They were very good, and they were named after the 5-minute major.
Major
penalty
for fighting.
Gotcha.
Which is something that happens to all of those hockey teams that are not as good as my Boston Bruins, who are on pace to break a record. Sorry.
Oh, sports ball. Sports ball.
Thank you
You
again
would
for
be a
rolling. I
Bruins
appreciate
fan.
it.
Roll damage.
Go Red Wings.
All caps, baby. All right.
Yeah! Go Cavs!
Thank you for Orlov. He's awesome. Why'd you guys get rid of him? He's really good.
I don't know. I have a picture with him
Ooh.
from like when I 10 years ago.
Oh
Maybe,
my
yeah.
gosh.
That's a 13 on damage.
Oh. Yeah, you swing the lightsaber, low setting, meant to stun and harm.
He jogged his
but,
memory a little hard.
That leaves a mark. It's some of his clothes singe substantially, but no permanent damage. You think? Xena and Gleebek, you can attempt to do something as he tries to run by. If you would like, you will have a harder time than Vesper did, though.
Wait, Xena and Gleebek?
Or sorry, why do I keep? Probably because I'm staring at Xena's face because it's right next to my camera because my setup is that way. And Jonah's on the opposite side of the screen. Jonah! When I'm looking away from the camera, I'm looking at Jonah and Gleebek. What? Yeah, Gleebek and Jonah. The Gleebek and Xena. Yeah! Edit all this out. I'm confused now. I'm messing my head.
No, just because you said that, I'm gonna leave it in.
That makes it funnier.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Jonah and Gleebek. Are you going to do anything as he tries to run by?
Gleebek go and try to trip him.
Okay.
Dive in front of him to trip
See,
him.
now we're on the same page because that was my goal. Like I was just going to try to obstruct him.
In that case, I like how your version of fighting is basically Pokemon with Gleebek, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah,
Gleebek, I choose you.
it's only going to be better if like you
I ride
throw
on a
him
ball.
instead. Like, okay, you throw him, so we use your strength and Gleebek's fighting.
Did you just fastball Gleebek?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Gleebek, give me a fighting roll.
Fastball special.
I'm not trained in fighting, so this is going to be interesting.
Terrible, I know.
You're not really fighting. You're just occupying a space with
Yep.
the quickness.
Is this athletics then?
Or I'll allow athletics. Sure,
That
you're
makes
making
sense.
it harder for him to move.
All right, and
And
then
one of the
either
side
way,
rules is you can't use literally any skill to oppose stuff, so it becomes a skill test at that point.
right. All right, here we go. I think I did okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, Gleebek just runs forward and hunches over to try to get in the way, which is mostly means he rides over on his droid, which gets in the way, and Gleebek takes credit for it. But yeah, that stops him from running.
Excellent work, buddy. This one.
Xena, it is your go.
I just want to. I'm gonna. I guess stand up taller. I don't know. I don't know where I am. I'm next to the bar still. And I'm just gonna yell, "Hey! Don't let him get away!"
Use the social skill of your choice.
That's fine.
So, what'd you get there?
I got a 10.
Yeah. Yeah. What she said! As the closest person just charges and tries to punch him. Does a horrible job of it. But that's enough to get the drunken dam bursting as they swarm Boshto. Everyone that has not acted yet, Halem, Gleebek, and Jana, you can see as the crowd is descending on him, he has a alright, plan B, and is about to pull out both his blasters and turn this into a very different situation. You can let that happen. You can try to do something about that.
Wait, so what damage did he take from, or I guess, I know what damage he took from the lightsaber, but so he's not stunned at all from getting fastball special or the lightsaber?
We accomplished stopping him
He's
from running,
damaged, he is
so we
not
didn't do.
stopped. He can take multiple wounds. The crowd
Okay.
will beat him into submission given sheer volume, but he will damage some of them first if you guys just depend on that to be what puts him down.
Okay, I have to figure out what I want to do here because I want to do one thing specifically.
Can anybody
So
else do the finger lightning?
Who has rolls?
It is you up next in initiative,
Mm-hmm.
then Gleebek, then Jana, but you guys can kind of go in whichever order you want since it's just allies. You can kind of delay and if you need.
Okay. One
Can
of
anybody else
you.
do the finger lightning?
You know, if there's gonna be a time to use it, but wait for my signal on that. So I'm going to use a Benny. See, now I've used all three. Where is it? And he's going to have a data pad on him, and as he is the right hand of Cheska, it'll be a very important data pad. So I am going to use the Force to swipe it away as the people are charging.
And he probably would. You're correct. I'll go with that. Give me a telekinesis roll, or I think that's a force roll.
Yes, Force. Come on, don't let me down. 5.
Yeah. Given the distraction, it is enough that you are able to force grab the data pad before the crowd overtakes him. Gleebek and Jana, he is mere moments away from clearing his holsters with both of those heavy blasters. Gleebek is up next officially, but Jana, if you have anything.
Everybody please duck.
I was just gonna bounce. Like, let
Okay.
the crowd eat him up.
Yeah, you're not that type of person. That's fine.
First. There we go. Okay. And so, if I'm using a force power, am I rolling faith?
Yep.
Okay. And we're going to roll that. I'm going to spend a Benny.
Okay.
Now I got 2.
Better.
5 work on the zappy zappy.
And
Okay.
you're trying to just to do him?
So this is the cone template first, so I'm unfortunately going to hurt some other people. And white lightning, or excuse me, yellow lightning comes out of Gleebek's hands. And anybody that it hits, the weight of the bad things that they have done to other people, they experience through physical pain.
You're now Hudda. That's going to be bad.
Is that like the
That's
penance
a-
stare?
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's wild.
Kind
He
of.
is 3 foot tall Ghost Rider. Yep.
This is Plo Koon's super cool thing.
Yeah, they need to bring
full
it back
damage,
into
I guess.
canon.
Hell yeah.
Yellow lightning with that 10 damage in a cone crackles out over the area, hitting a large number of the patrons as well as Boschto. Boschto goes down.
Gleebek is shouting,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Being a high-end enforcer, the lieutenant of a Hutt Prime Lord, there's definitely a lot of weight of his own sins to be feeling. And everybody else here, I mean, it's now Hutt, and nobody here is that great of a person, so those bar patrons who just decided to randomly try to beat a guy to death because some other guy said he's got money, yeah, they aren't exactly innocent victims in this either. They all go down, as what was supposed to be a heist has just turned into a kidnapping, and this situation is going to be very complicated. But I do
This
believe
is
that
fine.
brings this session to a close with, I am just a GM, I literally have no idea what's going on anymore.
I have a plan.
I hope so. Just I don't anymore. We are starting next time in the... Next time, we're just starting Halen's telling us what's going on because I
No, it's still
Come up
hard.
with a plan.
I just had to do
Execute the
something.
plan. Expect the plan to go off the rails. Forget the
Throw
plan.
away the plan.
Yeah.
It's fine. This is our plan.